What's up, YouTubers? This your boy Voodoo306 coming to you live, and I will be reacting to top 15 YouTube videos that people got arrested for. I just added the 4, but yeah, here it goes.
Number 15,
Enjoy.
Latasha Ned, aka I Empress Seishmet. In 2015, numerous killings and beatings of African American citizens by police officers led to a movement known as Black Lives Matter. Protests, gatherings, vigils, and much more were organized across the U.S. to honor and to fight for the justice of black lives lost due to police brutality. However, every movement has its extremists, and a lot of people began acting out in violence. Riots broke out across the nation, and numerous people took to YouTube and Facebook with videos of themselves burning flags and threatening the lives of whites and cops alike. One particularly popular YouTube threat came from Latasha Ned, who went by I Empress Seishmet. Ned posted a series of YouTube videos which led to an investigation by the FBI, U.S. Marshals, and a terrorism task force. After viewing the videos and investigating witnesses, she was arrested in Clayton County, Georgia in September 2015. During the arrest, Ned claimed that she had actually been watching a news report about her videos just before the police knocked on the door. She also pleaded with police, saying, "This is about a YouTube video? I've seen worse on YouTube. All I said was defend yourself against people who want to kill us. That's all. I never said anything more than that." The Clayton County police chief argued that her videos were more dangerous than she would lead them to believe in her plea. A lot of people talk on the internet and on YouTube, but most people don't make threats against segments of the community. It's also the reaction she solicits, or anyone solicits, from people who may be listening, he said. Ned has been charged with terror.
Okay, this is why y'all should be careful what y'all post on social media, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, whatever it is. Be careful what you say about anyone, because they will come back and bite you sooner or later. Especially about cops, but yeah.
Terroristic threats and transmitting those threats through social media. Number 14.
They can always pull some
The 46-year-old William Bradley claimed to have terminal cancer after he was busted on drug charges as a result of posting videos of his marijuana crops. The 7-minute-long video titled Hope Garden was published in January 2014 and featured Bradley walking through his crops, explaining that he had cancer and he wanted to share his buds with everyone.
I'm hoping I can make this video because I want to give this extra medicine I have away. I want to be able to give it to people that have terminal cancer like I do.
He begged for donations to be able to share his gift with others suffering from cancer. Bradley made a few statements as he bent down to smell the weed. "This bouquet of flowers is for everyone. I want everyone to see how beautiful they are. This bouquet of flowers is for everyone." Bradley also offered his full name and postal address in the video for potential donors, leading the police directly to him. Upon arrest, police seized 2 pounds of weed, 20 grams of hashish, 2 bags of cocaine, and one...
Okay, I gotta stop the video again, guys. If you are one of those people who like to smoke weed, and I'm not one of them, I don't even like the smell of it. Been around people at school with that for 2 years. But if you know you smoke weed, why post a video? Several videos or a video at all with you in the field of it, and then you put your address and all that information out there. It's like you asking them to come look for you. People are so stupid.
$1,000 in cash and drug paraphernalia from a storage unit Bradley used near his home. Bradley was charged with possession of narcotics with intent to sell, possession of drug paraphernalia, and operating a drug factory. He was released on $5,000 bond after he was arraigned. This was not his first offense with drugs, as he was arrested in 2008 after police found 2 pounds of pot and several bags of hallucinogenic mushrooms. Number 13. YouTube prank gone wrong. Vitaly Staversky and his partner in crime, Jonathan Vengus, saw a huge jump in their YouTube channel's popularity in 2013 after they posted a video titled Miami Zombie Attack Prank, which went viral and gained at least 13 million views. However, their bomb prank video wasn't as much of a success as they had hoped. The video was a prank of a Russian hitman going around and giving people suitcases and saying, "Your life, your choice. You have 60 seconds," which very clearly makes it seem like a bomb. The final person he approached in the video was Barrett Brown, who reacted by trying to fight Staversky to keep him in place until he could call the police. Even when Staversky was telling him it was a prank, Brown didn't know what to think. He admitted that maybe he went a little off, but that given the situation, he said that the pranksters were lucky nobody was seriously hurt or worse. Vengus was arrested and spent the night with a second-degree felony charge of possessing a hoax bomb. Staversky, however, fled the scene.
And that's why you don't do
arrive.
jokes.
Cops then seized his car. He was booked into Palm Beach County Jail Monday night with a $3,000 bond. This was not the first time either pranksters had been in trouble with the law due to their slightly terroristic pranks. A year later, in an attempt to make up for the bad publicity, the prank was repeated, but this time Staversky pulled stacks of cash out of the briefcase to give to a homeless man on the street. Number 12. Barrett Brown. In September 2013, Brown was arrested by the Dallas County Sheriff's Office during a live video chat. The reason for Brown's arrest was actually related to a video he had uploaded to YouTube a few short days before on September 11th and 12th. It was a 3-part video, estimated to be about 43 minutes or more in length, and it featured Brown ranting and threatening to shoot government officials and the FBI. Brown also allegedly admitted to being a spokesperson for the hacker group Anonymous. However, many have said that according to Anonymous, Brown was never truly a trusted member and he seemed to just want to profit off of his membership. During this video, Brown also stated that a Mexican criminal group known as Los Zetas was looking for him, and that they would likely show up to his house posed as the FBI. So technically speaking, Brown's threat was toward Los Zetas members posing as armed forces. The actual FBI doesn't take threats as such very lightly. He was arrested, and his laptop was confiscated for several reasons. He was put on trial to await a verdict. Many people say he wasn't actually arrested by the FBI, but it truly was Los Zetas that came crashing in during his live stream. Number 11. Base jump. On September 30th, 2013, a video was uploaded to YouTube that showed 2 figures jump from the Freedom Tower in New York City using parachutes. The video had the description, "Base jump from the Freedom Tower at 3 a.m. on September 30th, 2013. After the 2 figures landed, they stuffed their parachutes into backpacks and ran off. Technically meaning that they managed to sneak into the building and parachute off of it without getting caught. What's shown in the video is illegal, and according to Newsday, 4 people were arrested in connection with the video. Marco Markovich, 27, Kyle Hartwell, 29, Andrew Rossig, 33, and James Brady, 32, were charged with burglary and reckless endangerment among a slew of other charges for jumping from the 105-story building. The lawyer of the group said that their plan is to monetize the video in some way and donate the money to 9/11 related charities. Number 10. Teen bank robber. A YouTube video that shows a 19-year-old girl bragging about stealing a car and robbing a bank became key pieces of evidence in her conviction.
This is so
Hannah
stupid.
Sabata of Stromsburg was arrested in connection with a robbery at a corner store.
And let me pause this again. You know what, guys? It's already bad enough people rob the banks. Every few seconds, the bank get robbed and all over the world. And then you got these idiots, these young people who probably have had no money in their life, and they rob a bank and they get all this money. Okay, and then you make a freaking video. Oh, look, I got the money. I got the money. Oh, look, I got $30,000 right here. And then you write, and you have even paper up, telling everybody what's going on. And you know, that's one. And then you post it on social media, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Y'all don't realize the police, the FBI, all the law enforcement people who is able to put you under arrest, they have Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all these social medias like we do. And they also got family members who have that social media, that they go on their social media to look at y'all social media. And that's how y'all get in trouble. Why brag about something that you did wrong? I don't condone violence, and I don't condone stealing or robbing and all that crime. I don't condone crime or violence. Anyways.
Stone Bank in Waco, Nebraska, and the theft of a car in York. In her YouTube video titled Chick Bank Robbery, Sabata admits to stealing $6,256 from a bank after jacking a Pontiac Grand AM. For emphasis, she also shows the camera how much money she has and refers to her alleged crime spree as the best day of her life.
Must think it's really
in addition
cute or
to a
something.
written confession, Sabata also
really
appears in the
steal,
video
and then
dressed in
brag
the same
about it.
clothes worn by the person who robbed the bank. After her arrest, York County Sheriff Dale Radcliffe made the statement, "All but $30 of the stolen money has been recovered." Sabata was booked into York County Jail, where she currently remains. In her video, she claims to be a victim of the government, and the bio of her DeviantArt page demonstrates just how troubled she is. It reads, "I can stretch both legs behind my head at the same time. I can do the splits. I can stand on my head. I have HIV. I'm married. I'm pregnant. I've been to jail. I've been to Boys Town. I've been homeless. I've ran away. I've saved my grandmother. I'm often mistaken as Asian. I get straight A's in school." Number 9. Saudi Arabia arrests due to YouTube videos. Saudi authorities arrested 3 citizens in March 2014 because they posted YouTube videos urging the oil-rich kingdom to improve their living standards and criticizing corruption in the government. The arrests were made on the same day U.S. President Barack Obama flew home from Saudi Arabia under fire for not having done more to raise human rights concerns during talks with King Abdullah. In one video, a young man addressed King Abdullah saying he has to survive on low income and does not own a house or a car. "We are fed up, and you still blame those who carry out bombings. Give us our money. We do not want to beg. You and your children are playing with this money," he said about Saudi's oil wealth in a 30-second video during which he held up his identification card. In another video, a man stated, "Corruption is widespread in Saudi Arabia. People are hungry and oppressed." While there never was much of an update behind these 3 men's arrests, they were likely charged. Number 8. Firefly Music Festival break-in. In June 2015, an 18-year-old from New Jersey was arrested after posting a self-incriminating video to his YouTube account. The video showcased Sam Moeller sneaking into the Firefly Music Festival in Dover, Delaware. Police claimed they began an investigation when they heard about the video only a few days after the festival. Investigators say the video was titled, "Cameras Allowed: How to Actually Sneak Into a Music Festival." Mueller made the mistake of also posting this video to his personal Facebook page, which is what allowed detectives to generate a warrant for his arrest. He was charged with trespassing and theft under $1,500. Mueller turned himself in a day after the warrant was issued, but was quickly released on a $300 unsecured bond. The video was quickly taken down. Number 7. Asian woman beats baby. In May 2012, a horrific video of an Asian woman beating an infant as it lay in bed went viral across several social media platforms, including YouTube. As the video spread further and further across the web, outraged viewers demanded that the identity of the woman in the clip be revealed and she be punished for her heinous crime.
She should.
As it turns out, the video was already close to a year old when it went viral, and the woman was already in jail for child abuse and neglect. She was arrested in Malaysia in May 2011. After they received more than 300 complaints, the official Facebook page for the Royal Malaysia Police released a statement that the case was reported on May 29th last year and arrests were made the same day. The perpetrator is the biological mother of the abused baby girl. The mother was 18 years old at the time of the video in May 2011, and the infant was 10 months old. The person who filmed the entire length of the unspeakable acts was a friend of the mother who was concerned for the child's well-being. This friend claims to have seen this mother, who remains unnamed and jailed, beating her child previously, and filmed this incident so that she could provide it as evidence to the police, which she did in fact do that very same day. There was circulated speculation that the mother had been raped before beating her infant, but the police stated this was false and her actions were simply due to frustration. It will be up to a court to assess the mother, who's scheduled to be released in late November, and decide if she is fit to regain custody of her child. According to authorities, this evaluation process is supposed to be very rigorous. As for the infant, the last related reports claim that she is doing very well under foster care. Number 6. Student arrested for terrorizing school with phone app. In September 2013, a 15-year-old student of H.L. Bourgeois High School was arrested for allegedly terrorizing his school with a phone app. The app, known as The Real Strike, utilizes the camera on a smartphone to superimpose a picture of a gun over the live feed video. Whatever the camera phone points towards shows up on the screen with a graphic of a gun pointed towards it. The user can then use the app to simulate a mock shootout and can record and share the results.
You can turn your iPhone to make it really take effect. You can also shoot this once, of course. And if you want to reload, even though I've got 64 rounds on the bottom left, I can just shake my iPhone and it's going to reload. Nice reload on this.
The student used his phone at school to record some of his classmates, allegedly making a video of a mock shootout at school. He took his phone home and uploaded the video to YouTube. He was charged with terrorizing and interference with the operation of a school. Obviously, no one was hurt by this app, but it was still considered a serious threat of terrorism. Many police officials claim that they have to take it seriously because it could have eventually inspired him to make the game a reality. The student did mention to the police that he used the game as a way of venting frustrations from being bullied, which was an immediate red flag to them. Any actual sentencing related to this case was never made public.
Okay. Now, a lot of us have been bullied in our lives, and a lot of us get fed up. A lot of people end their lives due to bullying. So if y'all bullying, y'all need to stop that. And for the person who's getting bullied, playing with apps like this, you're not gonna get them in trouble. You're gonna get yourself in trouble by doing things like this. So this is just crazy.
Even the student's name was never released. However, Louisiana terrorizing is punishable by a maximum of 15 years in prison with or without hard labor and up to $15,000 in fines. Unlawful disruption of the operation of a school carries a minimum sentence of 1 year in prison and a maximum of 5. A maximum combined sentence, if convicted, would be 20 years in prison. Number 5. Walmart fight. In June 2015, a video went viral of two women fighting in a Walmart shampoo aisle. One woman in the video was identified as 34-year-old Amber Stephenson. The other woman involved in the fight was Rebecca Mills, who at the beginning of the video was cruising the aisle in a motorized cart. The employee nearby at the time stated that she was restocking shelves and shopping carts full of merchandise were in the aisle. The employee said Mills struck the cart with her motorized cart.
The thing that gets me is
Mills began
there's a lot of young people who are...
After some verbal insults, Mills got out.
The thing that gets me is that there's a lot of young people who ride around Walmart on those little motorized wheelchairs or whatever you want to call them, or motorized scooters, and half the time ain't nothing wrong with them. They just want to jump on it and ride it for fun because they're too lazy to freaking walk. And that's why a lot of Americans are obese and fat and overweight, because all they want to do is sit down or stand up on something with wheels. Just saying.
Out of the motor cart and began physically fighting with Stephenson,
who
can be heard telling her 6-year-old son to hit Mills.
Johnny, punch her in her fucking face.
Man, this is teaching.
The boy can be seen hitting Mills with fists and a shampoo
little kids how to
At one point,
punch
the boy
somebody.
yells at a group of onlookers, saying, "Do not
This is
even
bad.
tell me what to do." During it.
Okay, it's already bad enough. You got two grown adults fighting in public, fighting at the store in front of a little kid, and then you're motivating the kid to punch somebody else who's way older than them. Not only is somebody way older than them, but it's a female, which would teach them to beat females in the long run. So this is sad.
In an interview, Mills explains that the fight started because the employee gave her a dirty look. Stephenson was charged
That's
neglect of
stupid.
a dependent and contributing to the delinquency of a minor, a level 6 felony and a class A misdemeanor.
People just
Number 4,
fight for stupid
public
reasons.
child beating. In February of 2013, a video began circulating of a child being beaten in the streets of Newark, New Jersey. This allegedly led to 3 arrests of those involved. The video shows a young boy who is forced to get naked and is then beaten in the middle of the street. The video was quickly removed from YouTube after gathering more than 40,000 views, but mirror copies do exist, although they're hard to find and even harder to watch. As one individual charged with the beating explains late in the clip, the beatdown was over the victim's father owing another man $20. The 3 charged have not been identified, but reports claim that one of the boys arrested is a 19-year-old and that the other was the cameraman. Number 3. Dog abuse video.
Nice
In
doggy.
October 2013, a video of a German Shepherd was uploaded to Facebook with the title, "Dog Abuse, Help." The video was brought to the attention of Lollipop Farm, a humane society of Greater Rochester. Humane Society law enforcement officers obtained the original unedited video file and interviewed witnesses to identify the man and dog depicted in the video. Officers then arrested and charged Brett D. Neal with
Anybody who
misdemeanor
has the
animal
audacity
cruelty.
to abuse
Once
kids
identified,
and
Neal
abuse
cooperated
animals,
by
they should
providing
get
a
life in
statement
prison,
to officers
just
and
like
bringing
murder.
Princess, the dog, to Lollipop Farm to be examined by veterinarian staff. Princess was cared for at Lollipop Farm and was examined by the veterinarian staff at the Humane Society to gather evidence in support of the investigation. At the time of this video's popularity, Princess was currently not available for adoption, but was more than likely put up for adoption shortly after the trial that resulted in heavy fines for Neal. Number 2. Tree murder. There's not much information behind this man's arrest.
Son of a
He
smoking
uploaded
that
this
counter
video
stick.
explaining that he had a passionate hatred for his neighbor's tree because it obstructed his view and was generally in his way. He created a concoction of gasoline and various other dangerous chemicals. He then snuck into his neighbor's yard, dug down to the roots of the tree, and poured the elixir over the roots and into the ground. He was apparently arrested for malicious damage of another person's property. Either way, this was a bit much to do for a tree. He likely faced some pretty heavy fines, and even jail time if he couldn't cover those fines.
Okay, that about wraps things up for what I can do today.
I only need to recover the hole now, which I will do quickly, and I might use one of Guy's plans for this. I don't want to get my hands dirty, you know.
Number 1. Happy arrest. In mid-May of 2014, a group of 6 young Iranians were arrested as a consequence of a YouTube video they posted. The video featured 3 men and 3 women without hijabs, a traditional head covering in Middle Eastern culture, dancing to the hit song Happy by Pharrell in an apartment and on a building rooftop. It quickly went viral after only a few short weeks and reached about 200,000 views on YouTube. There was no official report as to why these teens were arrested. However, people have their suspicions that it had more to do with Iranian morals than actual law. An Iranian freelance journalist based in Washington, D.C. reported that she wasn't surprised that the 6 people were arrested. When she first saw the video, she thought it was dangerous to upload it online, considering its content. Not wearing hijabs, dancing, boys and girls together, that's 3 big red flags, she said. One of the women featured in the video told Iran Wire, an independent English language website, that the group made it to tell the world that the Iranian capital is full of lively young people and change the harsh and rough image that the world sees on the news. However, these arrests actually led to the opposite opinions being generated by the public. All of the young adults were eventually released, but there never was a firm explanation for their arrests. And while the original video was privatized, there are copies across the web for viewing. Got an idea for a top 15 list? Submit it at top15s.net/submit. Be sure to subscribe for future videos.
Alright, that's all I'm going to do. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoy my reaction video to this. And I will be putting the link in the description if you want to watch the video by itself without my reaction or without my talking. But if you guys love reactions and love my reaction to it, then here you go. So I hope you guys enjoy, and like, comment, subscribe for more future reactions. Deuce.